Hello everyone, and welcome to the Week 6 video review. This first play illustrates some good officiating mechanics from this crew. We see here that A is snapping the ball around the 9-yard line. The referee is on the goal line and maintains responsibility for that line throughout the play. As the play develops, we see that the passer releases the ball within a couple yards of the line of scrimmage, and although it's not extremely close, the short wings do a nice job of reading the play, holding their spot on the line of scrimmage, and then moving upfield after the pass is released. Finally, we see that the umpire does a nice job of pivoting with the pass to be able to help and rule whether or not the pass is incomplete or complete. This is a good mechanic for our umpires to get in the habit of, as we often have difficulties with those passes just behind the umpire and in front of the back judge. In this next clip, watch the highlighted receiver as he runs a route downfield. Here we have a defensive hold of the takedown variety. Now remember that defenders are not allowed to hold an eligible receiver. From the end zone view, we see that it is a designed pass play, and the hold does have an impact on this play as the quarterback rolls out to his left. Remember that on this play, we will have a foul for holding and a 10-yard penalty. However, if we have a play in which a legal forward pass crosses the neutral zone, not only will we have the penalty yardage, but also an automatic first down. In this next play, we have a chop block in the second level. Now remember that a chop block is a high-low or low-high combination block by any two players against an opponent, with or without delay. In this play, we see that the highlighted defender is blocked illegally by the Team A players. We see that our umpire has a good position on this play, but maybe just a few extra steps of depth will help you see this play entirely. Sometimes the most difficult plays are the ones that happen right in our lap, so wider and deeper is always better. I would submit that more cushion being better applies to basically any position on the field, as a lot of times we see that the plays we miss are because we're too close to the action and we don't have time to digest what our eyes have seen. In this play, we get a flag for a block in the back downfield on a broken play. When we keep eyes on the receiver, it appears from the sideline view that we might have a block in the back. However, from the end zone view, we get a good look at this block and see that it originates from the front and the defender overruns the play, in which case the A player just finishes off the block. This should not be a foul. Keep in mind that when we have these types of plays, we need to see the entire block before we put a flag on the field. If the defender pivots or puts himself in a bad position, let's not penalize the offense for an illegal block. In this play, we get another block in the back, this one right at the point of attack, and this is a correct call. Keep an eye here on the highlighted players, and you'll see right as the returner crosses the 25-yard line, we get a block immediately at the point of attack that springs the runner free for a big gain. This is a nice job of our umpire and deep wing officiating this play downfield, keeping eyes on a player that can threaten another player and commit a foul, and officiating all the way through the end of the play. Kick plays and change of possession plays can be difficult to officiate, so nice job of sticking with this by the crew on this kickoff. Another good job of officiating a kick play here. We see on this scrimmage kick play we have a gunner downfield, and at that critical corner where it can be easy to miss blocks, we do get a flag for a block in the back, which is a correct call. Nice job, deep wings, of not being too anxious to pick up the return player and sticking on our blocks to make sure we can pick up this foul. In this play, we get a personal foul for unnecessary roughness against a player who has begun a feet first slide. Now remember, the ball is dead when the ball carrier obviously begins a feet first slide, which is what we have here. We get a good look at this from the end zone view, and we see that the player is giving himself up and sliding feet first, and clearly after he has begun his slide, we have a defender continue to run through the player and commit to a late hit. This is a nice job of sticking with this player and protecting him all the way through the ground and putting a personal foul on this play. This is something we highlighted on a video earlier this year, so it's good to see that we are putting philosophy into action. In this play, we have a runner who gets an unsportsmanlike conduct foul for pointing a ball at an opposing player while running downfield. Now, per Rule 921, it is an unsportsmanlike act if a player points a finger, hand, arm, or ball at an opponent. This is a nice job of not only recognizing that we do have a foul, but recognizing that it's a live ball unsportsmanlike conduct foul for a taunt. This is something that does not belong in the game, so continue to enforce unsportsmanlike conduct consistently across the board. Here we have another unsportsmanlike situation in which we have two players involved in a skirmish after the ball is dead. Both players are pushing, shoving, and clearly engaged in dead ball contact that is not part of the game action. By rule, this is an unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Remember the importance of communicating that they are dead ball fouls, so the play will count and the yardage will offset. Finally, referees, be sure to announce whether it is the player's first or second unsportsmanlike conduct foul, in which case, if it is the second, that player is disqualified from the game. Here we have another situation in which we have unsportsmanlike conduct. Two players in this case are actually involved in what was ruled to be a fight, as punches were thrown. This is a nice job of the referee by sticking with this matchup and not officiating the rest of the play, but continuing to focus on these players. Here we did a nice job of not overcomplicating this play. The general personal foul behavior that starts during the play continues through when the play is done. And so instead of getting too complicated, we simply went with flagrant fouls for fighting and disqualified both players. Continue to be consistent and vigilant about enforcing personal foul and unsportsmanlike behavior, and know that you will be supported from the league office. That's all for the Week 6 video review. Go out and have a great Week 7.